All right, just about set to go. And pitching here today, Cy Young. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
Here's the Guardians lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Tap dances out of the way of that one. Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Ryan Howard, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Line drive, and makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Jim Thome in the box now. No balls and a strike. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, inning over. And an excellent job. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starter, Cliff Lee. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
And it's fouled away. Missed with a changeup. It's 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. Rip towards third. In plenty of time to first. And a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for San Francisco, Hank Aaron. On the ground, right side, Kipnis. Slings to first. Giants go in order. New inning getting started. So in now for Cleveland, Johnny Bench. And a curve drops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And a good eye there.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Ripped to third and caught.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Curtis Granderson stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Now fly ball to right center. Aaron gets under it. 2 away now. So up next, David Justice. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Second inning here, no score. That one ripped, but foul. Breaking ball inside. And the count is 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Right through there, got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Babe Ruth. Lee back to work. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
The Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash, the Colossus of Clout, Babe Ruth.
And he grounds one back up the middle. On to first, and quickly one away in the second. Stepping in, Mike Piazza. Ball one, no strikes. Right through there for a strike. And that's way high. And it's 2-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
And that is out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. And we're back. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Chase Headley. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Headley, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Piazza fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
That clips the corner.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Throws to first in time. So the batting order turns over. And stepping in is the speedy Jimmy Rollins. Swinging a foul straight back. And a pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Hank makes the grab, and that's the inning. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and here's the veteran outfielder, Willie Mays. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So digging in, Mickey Mantle. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there. And that one is out of here. He leaves the yard to right. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 2-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time.
Ripped on the ground to second, to first, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here is Cal Ripken Jr. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And that one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. 2 down, bases empty. And up next for the Giants, Chipper Jones. 0 for 1 so far. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
All ones the count.
Out to center. Granderson on the move. Makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. When the Giants go deep. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 4th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jason Kipnis. Missed inside with the curve.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Outside low, now 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one 95 to finish him off.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And up next for Cleveland, Jim Thome. He's 0 for 1. On its way to the corner, Aaron moves towards it. He's got it. Runner tagging from first. Throws to second.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Fouled off. He was late. Howard at second with 2 down. And it's even up. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it, and that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter now, Hank Aaron. That one down the line. Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down. Babe Ruth, the next Giant to hit. Grounded out his first time. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And a big swing and a miss.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. And Now, Mike Piazza. Line drive, base hit down the line. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
At the plate, Lou Gehrig. Two outs. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. Pulls it in on the warning track. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Curtis Granderson. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Fought off foul. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
And it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there was just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
And that one fouled off. On the ground. Fair ball. The throw to third. Save. And now second and third with one gone.
Back-to-back base hits. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Ball one.
Liner, and this could be trouble. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate. We are tied at 2. A 2-run. Double.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on. It's such a good feeling.
Nope.
Nice liner into the gap right there.
Swing and a foul out of play. Man at second. Ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. 2 away.
The batter, number
now it's the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something.
And it stays fair. The run scores from third. 3-2. They take the lead. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. They limit the damage here. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Willie Mays digging in now. Lee back to work. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Into the corner, but foul.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And the 0-2. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Justice sizes this one up, puts it away for the out. Mickey Mantle, the next Giant to hit. He's already homered here in this one. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Hard hit left side. Sends it to
He's
first.
out.
2 down. So 2 down now, and here is Jackie Robinson. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. On the ground to the left. It's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Cal Ripken Jr. The next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. That misses, and that's ball 1. Just missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And
Inside
another ball.
3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And there's the automatic. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. Smash to the left side. Third out. One left for San Francisco. New arm out of the bullpen.
Now
Bruce
pitching for
Suter.
the Giants.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking
Number
for quality
46.
pitches out of him right here.
Bruce
Got to do his best to keep the score
Suter.
right where it is.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Mays has it sized up. And it's caught for the out.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Tomey stands in now and watches strike
0-1's
one.
the count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just missed. He swings and fouls one off. Swung on, belted. That one back there and out of here. He'll touch them all, and they add on. It's 4-2.
That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there. Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And here is Curtis Granderson, and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Granderson, 30 years old now, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. That one ripped. That's going back. Back some more. And it's gone. Home run. He'll circle the bases. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 6-2.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him,
Now
he finds a
pitching
way
for
to
the
punish you.
Shota
Number
Imanaga
18.
comes on now. He's into the game with the
Shota.
bases empty.
Imanaga.
Now at the plate, David Justice. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Now one
0-1.
missed. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One gone, runner at first. Here's the third baseman, Chase Headley. Runner on the go. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. And Thompson steps into the box. Fastball for a strike. Justice off of first with 2 away. Inside, just missed. And a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it. And his shoulders stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all. And that's why it jumped off the bat.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. Gone. A 3-run homer. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And they add to their lead. It's 9-2. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah. Swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well.
Pitching change here, Zach Gallen.
Number 23, Zach Gallen.
And now Jason Kipnis. Just missed. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Fair ball. Ryan Howard getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. On the inside corner for a strike. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming home. The throw in.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Tomey in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Now a chance for Johnny Bench.
Yep,
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they add to the lead. It's 13-2. That one just... sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth.
Ryan Walker taking over on the mound.
Ryan Walker.
Now it's going to be Curtis Granderson. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. And now the right fielder, David Justice. And the slider just misses. And another ball.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt you. So make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. On the ground right side.
Foul.
And foul ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is off the wall. Run comes in from second, and it's 14-2. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now the third baseman, Chase Headley. That one outside, and it's 1-0. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Piazza makes the play, and that's the third out.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Bert Blyleven. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now the number 2 hitter, Chipper Jones. Late with the swing there.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
0-2 is the count.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the catch for the out. And now it's going to be Hank Aaron. He's grounded out a couple of times. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double. Babe Ruth, the next Giant to hit.
He put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
Now it's the Giants catcher, Mike Piazza, 1 for 2. Headed down the line. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Hank at third with 2 away. And a strike on the outside edge. Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the line. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Thompson to hit now. Foul ball there. Next pitch misses outside. 1-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. Next offering is downstairs.
2-2 the count.
Lifted in the air right center field. Aaron on his horse. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now that
Pinch hitter coming on. Joe Mauer. Looking to start something with one gone.
Joe Mauer.
That one pushed to the left and foul. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss. Ryan Walker the strikeout. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Guardians. Chase Utley.
Man, it must be nice to pull a superstar off your bench, huh?
Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Fouled off left side. So up next, Ryan Howard. Clips the corner. That's strike 1. The Guardians up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one clips the corner. And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back in a
Guardians.
new pitcher here to start the bottom
Number
of the 7th.
92.
John Donaldson.
John Donald.
Dansby Swanson. He's the new shortstop as he comes in as a defensive replacement here.
Number 35. Frank Thomas.
Pitch. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. And it's off the wall but foul. And the 0-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, he
No
really
ball,
sells
2
the
strikes.
changeup with that arm action.
Struck him out looking.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K
The center
right there.
fielder,
I think the
number
hitter saw it
24.
all the way,
Really?
coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to
Hey.
think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff.
It's in and out of his glove. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play
Now
you'll see
batting,
today, but they
left
still
fielder,
get the out.
Mickey
Digging in is the switch hitting
Mantle.
outfielder, Mickey Mantle. He's already homered in this game. Now this is in the air down the line. And foul as it bangs off the fence. 2 down, nobody on. Ripped to third. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead. Lead it off.
for Cleveland.
Torrey Hunter.
Number 48.
Well, with his
Torrey
speed, he could really make some things
Hunter.
happen leading off.
They go
Now
with one of their
pitching
more
for the
experienced arms in this spot. Bert
Number 28.
Flyleven. And he has some
Bert.
nasty breaking stuff.
Flyleven.
That's in there. Strike 1. Foul ball.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
That smash towards center. And that chance handled by Willie Mays. And next is the Guardians catcher, Johnny Bench. And first offering is fouled off. Bouncer to the big hurt. Takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Pinch hitting
So
for
now a
Cleveland.
pinch hitter,
Number
Bill
9,
Mazeroski.
Bill.
And he's a right-handed bat,
Mazeroski.
but he handles same-side matchups pretty well, so should give him a good at-bat right here.
Jones sizing this one up. Hauls it in to end the inning.
Pitching for
Back
the Guardians.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of
38.
the 8th. Cade Smith.
Cade Smith.
Mike Cameron into the game as a defensive sub now, and he'll take
Now
over in
playing
center.
center field.
And digging in
Number
for San
44.
Francisco, Jackie Robinson.
Mike Cameron.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that gets down into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped. Pumped off his bat, kind of put it all together there, and
Pinch hitting
he's
for the
rewarded
Giants.
with the double.
Number
Now a
29,
move being made for
Rod
a pinch hitter. Rod
Carew.
Carew. Nice opportunity for him. Runner at second with
Inside
nobody
ball
out.
one.
First pitch misses. And that's a little bit high. Movement in the bullpen. Darren O'Day preparing to come on if needed. Gaddis also getting ready. Too low, and it's ball 3. Fastball for a strike. And it's fouled away. That one the other way. And Thompson makes the play. One down.
Man, that's one of those at bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at bat.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab. 2 down. Hank Aaron, the next Giants to hit.
48. Hank Aaron.
Hank
Counts
needs just
1-0.
one more homer to pass Henry Aaron on the all-time list. And a strike.
Incredible to think that 755 could have been passed once, let alone multiple times. What a remarkable career he's put together.
And now
Inside,
2-1
ball
after
2.
that missed inside. Swing and a base hit. Here comes Jackie flying around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 14-3 now. And now it's the Giants. So they're making a move for a bat off the bench. Ted Williams, a runner on first with 2 gone for him. Lined into right, and there's a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Couple of singles back to back. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And up next for San Francisco, Mike Piazza. This one popped up. And that's the inning. We go to the 9th. Now it's the right fielder, David Justice. There's the strike. Blyleven, over 200 career wins, and he was born in the Netherlands. Hit in the air, left field. Mantle under it, drops into the glove, and there's one down. So digging in, Chase Headley. 1 for 4 with a double. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
Ball.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Center field. Mays has it sized up. Hauls it in for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Hank Thompson digging in now. First offering, and it just misses. In the air, left side. Mantle gets under it. Squeezes it. And that is that. Righty reliever out of the pen, Hunter Gaddis.
Now pitching for Cleveland, Number
Frank
34.
Thomas digs in now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Inside, ball one. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it, and it's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now, Mickey Mantle. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. One strike away. Just misses with that one.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Offense